We discussed about Plants vs Zombies last night. Because I know Dome's rated along with Mason and Deon. I think it's supposed to be Abigail because she had a chomper plant profile picture. Also, I don't think people may have, let's just say, remember the rule: if you cannot be here for more than one day, unless you have a blizzard going on. Let's just say if you live in where Lauren, Bobby, and Daphne lives in Tennessee because of the snowstorm. Also, hope all you've been staying warm. Please don't subscribe and don't comment. Just don't be here at all. Okay? Because it does kind of worry me, and I try not to take it to heart if those that do want to be planners, they keep weeding out. And I don't want to get jealous of other YouTubers because I think there's one named John something that went viral for doing amazing ideas of if like how would Mario Kart would be like I would drive a Honda Civic. I think he used a PNG image of that car. Pardon me for the MacBook Deon. You know what I'm trying to say is I wanted to focus on concentrate, if that makes sense, not being concerned with amazing YouTuber doing well because you know with the lack of growth I just really and for the ones that do have a healthy attention, thank you a lot because this is all I can and that's probably not decent enough. I've experienced this multiple times. But I thought I could do something unique. I know this is pretty plain compared to other plant tubers, if I could name them that way. The ones that upload Plants vs. Zombies related videos, and it's really popular. What you see here, because I just love this image of me. And by the way, don't worry about the short thing, because I think everyone probably forgot to comment on that. Unless I just didn't bother reading it, which I don't. These are all types of pea shooters, which I do not know all of their names. I think I only know 3 of them, come to think of it, or Dan, I think it was 4. And this is me, what's to say, imagining which pea shooters would be edible. Because they go up plants, right? They're vegetables. Or at least most of them. And this is supposed to be just me just guessing which type that I would eat if I had to eat if I had no food, right? And it is the 27th of January on a Tuesday and it's 9:55. And I'm going to start off from the top left all the way to the bottom right. So the first one is the, Deanna, you forgot the name, you did. It's the ice pea shooter, right? This one will be edible. Because if you think about frozen peas that you probably buy from the grocery store, they do taste a bit better because I think for some odd reason, veggies are also healthy when they're frozen, right? Of course, you don't have to eat frozen veggies, but usually you would have your, let's just say, nutrients of the veggies. Again, if you just go to a grocery store, of course, they have to be frozen. So that they won't get spoiled when you would drive home and or walk, right? And I can picture myself. Sorry, because the thing is, I usually like to do this when I have my privacy, but my mother's in the. She's because she just got back from work not too long ago, and I told her that I flushed our dog's poopies and pee-pees, so I got that out of the way. I can imagine myself eating an ice pea shooter. Because, believe it or not, I love peas. Not to mention, pea shooter itself is adorable. Just, period. It is. Just something about the plant. It's just so precious. No matter what type it is. The next one, obviously, the pea shooter itself. Definitely edible. Because, well, if you think about microwaving peas and carrots, or if you're eating peas with your TV dinners, whether it be chicken nuggets, or if you're eating spaghetti, for example, it would also be edible. Because again, a pea is a vegetable and they're healthy for you. Since it's important to have your grains. Also, it's just so precious looking. I don't know how to explain it. Also, I hope it's fine for me to talk sluggishly like this because I know that people prefer videos are more energetic. It's just at this period, I cannot really talk too loud or I don't want to. So I hope that's not an issue. The third one, not possible. Not humanly possible. Unless it may be a jalapeno, but it's not. I think that's the fire pea shooter, I don't know the name for it exactly. I would probably get 4th degree burns. Think about the zombies, how they just turn to a black crisp, right? I don't know what road that the fire pea shooter originates on that you are able to use, because I don't remember based off what Zach Scott has played. But I would be dead if I would eat a fire pea shooter, because I would be burnt chicken if that was the case, right? So that's the first X. It sucks I cannot do an actual X with any editing. It just sucks that I'm using an outdated MacBook, so I'm kind of out of luck. Definitely not edible. So that's our first plant that is not edible. The second or the fourth one, also not edible. The electric pea shooter, because you would get electrocuted, right? And funny story of how when I got electrocuted, I think around Eric's age. Well, okay, a little older. When I used to jump up and down on my mother's bed when she was at work, I believe, and I, let's just say, touched, you know, when you would change the light bulbs on the ceiling fan, right? I touched the hole inside of it, and I did got a little electrocuted. The funny thing is, it just felt that I was having a weird electric wave in my body. Think about if it's water, but it's not water. It's a vibration, right? Maybe I think it's probably 30 watts or volts or something. I don't know. Not much. Like wherever ceiling fans, if you look up how many volts electricity, that's basically what happened to me. I'm surprised I didn't die or I didn't get any long effects. It was pretty impressive. I can handle electricity pretty well. Or at least when I was younger, I did. I don't get to share that, but electric pea shooters are not edible, because if you want to eat it, you probably would die, because you might get 10,000 volts and you'll be killed. Think about Pikachu that would use Thunderbolt, right? So the electric pea shooter, I highly not suggest, unless you want to just be a thrill seeker, go for it, but you'll probably risk killing yourself doing that. Yeah, that's the second plant that is not edible. The fifth one, totally edible, which is cute because I like how this one has eyebrows. It's amazing because it's basically blanket the same as the pea shooter itself, but the thing is, it has more adorable leaves as the back of his head. This is supposed to be Deon, I think, yeah, the double, and I just noticed it's 10 a.m. even. The double pea shooter, so you would just get more peas. So this one is also edible, but it may be a little bit more aggressive because it may have like a little kick of a taste. I definitely would love to eat that plant. So far, the ice pea shooter, the original pea shooter, and then the double pea shooter are the ones that are edible. Also, it's just so cute because I just love how it has eyebrows. Also, I noticed that the spot's a little different. They're not the same spot. The next one, I don't know what the heck this one is. From the caveman world, I believe. I think this is a rock pea shooter. I don't know the name of it. Because this one, it would push back zombies, I believe, and it is pretty powerful. I don't think this one would be edible, because the peas may taste similar to rocks, because it is the caveman period, right? Which won't be edible, because you'll probably break your teeth if you tried. I do like how it looks. It's really cute. All of them are adorable looking. This one wouldn't be edible. I don't think it would be. Because, yeah, you will lose your teeth. It'd be good to use for self-defense against your enemies, or if you need to basically kill any Jurassic animals. Well, I don't think you can even eat Jurassic animals. Unless it's whatever the caveman would eat, a mammoth. But that's about it, I think. The next one, I don't know what the heck this one is. Oh, Deon, you don't know the name. You don't. I think this is a shadow pea shooter. because it's purple and it transports on the ground. I don't know what the name of this. I don't know what it does. I'm not sure this one is edible. I don't think it would be. Um, Unless it shoots lasers. I don't know what the heck this one does. Because I don't know if you can eat shadow, but since it's purple, I don't know if it will taste good. I'm not sure. Unless it gives us that poisonous vibe. That one won't be edible, I think. I don't know the name of it, to be honest. I just like to call it the trans pea shooter. Okay, hashtag trans rights. I don't know what the heck it is. I would call it the ghost pea shooter, but it's not a ghost though. I don't know what the heck it is. To be honest, I like to call it the trans pea shooter because it's transplant since it um it just it connects on the ground. Like think about Vivian from Paper Model Does Theodore, right? I'm gonna name it the trans pea shooter. Pardon me, I burped. That one's not edible. The third one is supposed to be the triple pea shooter, basically a three-headed. I think it's supposed to be the three-head pea shooter, right? This one would be edible. Because you just have three peas at once. Think about peas in a pod. So this one, I believe, is a normal plant, right? Definitely edible. And you just have more food out of it. Especially if you probably feed them plant food, then you probably will have like a full meal of peas. So I wish I could talk louder. This is not a good time for me to do a video like this. Also, for the ones that have viewed the Stitch live stream yesterday, I thank all of you a ton. I just hope that my videos have been enjoyable because I know my view count isn't that great, and I try not to get discouraged because, you know, the GRINCH situation, right? Also, I'm sorry, this is gonna sound mean, but he deserves this. He's saying how his body's in pain. He always says that. I mean, I know his body's in pain, but I don't care. I don't know if it's about our dogs or... I know it's not about our dogs, Deon. It's about something else. Because he talked to my mother when she had to do her hygiene in the bathroom. So, well, our sink, right? The bathroom isn't in the sink, of course. Sorry, I'm being off topic. Of course, after GRINCH for short. Where was I? Okay, Deon, so far is the ice pea shooter, the original pea shooter, the double pea shooter, and then the triple pea shooter. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4 plants are not edible. So half and half. Now, this one is not edible, I believe. I think this is the sludge pea shooter. Because sludge technically tends to be poisonous. I think. I remember this plant kinda. Because it's supposed to make the zombies sluggish, right? And they have the purplish tint, which means it's supposed to poison them. So definitely a no-go or no-eat for this plant. Because you don't want to eat purple sludge, right? It is cute, I gotta say that, but not edible. Because I'm sure that the sludge is not clean. And normally, like, think about poison ivy, right? Even though I forgot what poison ivy looks like. Definitely not edible. Because you'll die if you eat it. Or eat him. I know plants have a gender. So I like to call the pea shooters a he, for some odd reason. Oh yeah, that's right, there's supposed to be a golden one. But the golden one isn't on here. The next one that's not edible is, I hope all of you can see the image because I know with the iMovie Maker trademark, I can't do anything about it, sadly. Not edible, because if you think about a Venus flytrap, it probably would kill you or severely harm you or rip up your finger. Now, this is kind of cute, yet really odd because It's two plants in one. Is that still the Peashooter as a parasite? Right? Which is so odd. Because again, chopper plant is not only one of my least favorite plants, but you don't want to get nearby one because think about piranha, but it's a plant, right? You don't want to be near it because it'll be dangerous, right? I don't know how much to say for this plant because I don't know what it does exactly since I didn't know this even existed in the game. Definitely not edible. That's for sure. And not to mention the chopper has sharp teeth. So think about a shark. Definitely highly don't recommend. And then for the final one, this is supposed to be the Gatling Peashooter, so the War Peashooter. Not edible, because I'm sure the Peashooter would taste like not only gunpowder, but think about the gun, right? Because like if you think about Luffy from One Piece, that does that gum Gatling, right? It probably would taste really painful, right? Like if you were screening out peas, but a Gatling, it probably would leave some bruises in your tongue. So definitely don't recommend. Also, it's really cute because of how it has the eagle sign, the little paint marks on it, and it's wearing a hat as well. Oh, pardon me. So I woke up pretty early. I don't recommend. That's for sure. And then the last but not least important, I don't know what the heck this is. What the? It has wheels on it. Oh, this one's cute. It is edible. I think it's called, damn, let's see. You don't know the name. It's a, what the heck? It is the name though. A pea pod? Oh, that's right. There was another type of those, but that's not on here either. I don't know what the heck that name is. I don't know what is the name for that. A carriage pea pod? I don't know the name. I don't know. This one would be edible because this would give you an endless supply of peas, I believe. Also, like his eyebrows, really cute. Also, I just want to. This one's a lime green compared to the other pea shooters, and it has wheels on it. So I don't know how to explain for that one. It has a lightning bolt design on it. So that one would definitely be edible. I don't know the name. I like to call it the pea carriage pult. Because I'm guessing since it shoots up, similar to the other cannibal plants. So a pea pult shooter. A pea pult. I don't know. That's how I thought that'd be a cute name to call it. But yeah, these are basically the plants that I would have ranked. Well, I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this. I wish I could talk a bit louder because I like having my privacy for this. But if I could explain this again, the ice pea shooter, the original pea shooter, the double pea shooter, the triple pea shooter, or I like to call it the dual and trio pea shooter. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that's not a duo, that's a double one. But the three-headed one would be the trio pea shooter. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the pea pulp shooter. Only 5 out of 7, so not quite half are not edible, which is really interesting. Also, I know there are other types, right? I didn't know there's so many pea shooters because if I remember correctly, there was an adorable peppermint. Oh, that one's so precious. But this is my ranking, and I hope that all of you enjoy this. I made this use an image, a random image. You know, I don't know. Or umage for the thumbnail. Umage, I like to call it that. It basically means YouTube thumbnail. And I hope that this was kind of fun. Sorry if I'm talking a bit sluggish and this sounds dull. But yeah, this is basically my opinion of how I would eat or not eat certain types of pea plants. What would be your list out of my list of how all of you planners would feel?